hang on, all right? We are going to open up a subject that has long been a major taboo damn near everywhere on the planet. But it is one that a lot of people are indulging in lately. And this is anal sex. Now, we're not going to do a show about how to, okay? Or please don't. There's enough information for that anywhere you want to look. We're not going to take also, like I said, a moralistic approach and scare our listeners with fears of going to hell and the devil and all that. No. At the MiltnMia Show, we take alternative looks at issues you just won't hear in the mainstream media. And as such, we are going to look at some of the physical and metaphysical consequences and possible issues surrounding anal sex, along with looking at a couple emails on this subject. Now, in the old days, of course, anal sex was called sodomy, and sodomy was considered a mortal sin, and men were butchered and executed for the practice. And in some places today, they still are, right?
Probably.
Yeah, no. Anal sex is widely accepted everywhere, but not everywhere. And in some cases, though, we're going to find out it is the preferred method of sex. In fact, I have read a number of articles lately speaking of its growing popularity, and along with the profusion of anal sex pornography available everywhere, I think that some kind of odd trend seems to be developing here. In fact, I've recently learned, including reports from our own sons, who, yes, Mia, are not virgins apparently, that many young women on college campuses are almost exclusively engaging in anal or oral sex rather than vaginal sex for a couple of reasons. Number one, fear of the HPV virus, which causes cancer, and pregnancy. But there's more. There's the idea that anal sex is the ultimate submission, and that men dig it because of the power they feel over women. And now I think men are expecting it, even demanding it from women, which I think is contributing hugely to this issue. Do you agree, or are you on board with me here?
Well, I believe, that as we become more liberated sexually, there is a tendency to do more experiments. And that's why people are going beyond, right? Like we just talked about in our last show, showing your pictures to everybody.
Yeah, sexting.
Right? So if you're sexting, what you're showing the size of vagina and the size of your hole, it's like, for me, it's kind of no sense, but people will do things that according to their time and their age and experiments.
Right.
The dangers, I think, of anal sex, just think about it. What's your anal area physiological? It's here for one purpose: evacuation.
To evacuate our waste.
Yeah, so the waste goes out that way. It's an area that's filled with E. coli bacteria because it's your waste. You're not the cleanest part of your body, right? It's just things are coming out of there.
Yeah.
And according to your diet, some people have better evacuation than others, right? Depending on what you eat. There's even a studying the smells of your evacuation according to your health. So, and that area has a lot of vessels too that we don't think about. And you have a sphincter that you control your close and your opening. And usually you're going to open when you're going to evacuate. Now you're trying to bring something in the opposite direction. Right? Instead of going out, you're putting something going in.
Yeah.
Right? So physiologically it does not make any sense. And you might have a risk of breaking, and the girls are worried about pregnancy and STDs. What about anal sex? Is much more dangerous because it's much easier for you to rupture a vein on your on your anal than to be in your vagina, which was made for that.
Yes.
Nature create the special way. That's why a woman gets pregnant that way. Otherwise, it would be in your anal area, right?
Yeah.
If it was meant to be that way, or if it was meant to be both, would be different. Would not be an area for evacuation.
Well,
and I know a lot of homosexuals would do it, but that's their nature. That's their choice.
You mentioned that there's danger from rupturing vessels.
Yeah.
Well, isn't there also the long-term, maybe the area will get so stretched out?
You lose your sphincter.
You'd lose the control, right?
Yeah, like some people have reported that lost their bowels control because
that right?
of so much use. Yeah.